Well, hello, folks. It's a Christmas Eve Fandango Friday, and I didn't even know if we would come on, but we were able to pull it together. We understand Christmas Eve is not an ideal time for this, but I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana liqueur reviews. BC is in Michigan with BC's Eggnog and Bourbon reviews, and James P. Madonna is in New Jersey, and he is from a remote location, and he agreed to join
Yeah,
us, and I appreciate that.
yes. Yeah, I'm in right now by my sister's in Elmwood Park, New Jersey, and I'll be here for a couple days. And you know what? Uh, we'll make Fandango Friday a prime New Year's Eve destination for everyone on the internet.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, and then next week New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Christmas Eve. Yeah, Christmas Eve or whatever major holiday we happen to be
Yeah,
interrupting.
I believe you were airing grievances yesterday.
Yeah, the airing of grievances, Festivus. Yes, the airing of. Except we don't have the aluminum pole. My sister has her big fancy Christmas tree up. No aluminum pole, but the airing of grievances, followed by the feats of strength. But yeah. So anyway, I'm glad to hear BC's ribs came out really good in the crock pot. I was telling BC that I had coconut battered jumbo shrimp. Then I had jumbo shrimp with cocktail sauce. Then I had two big Maryland crab cakes
Man,
that were 100% dense crab meat with just seasoning. And I'm sure they use a raw egg as a binder because you got to bind a crab cake with something. So
yeah,
it's usually the raw egg that does it. But no breadcrumbs, and no cheap filler.
yeah. Well, that sounds delicious. Oh, Elmwood
Yeah.
Park. That's close to where I drove in July because it's right off south of Interstate 95, and that's
Yeah,
where I.
Route 80. It's right. The exit is right on
Oh yeah,
Interstate
not
Route.
90, I'm sorry, not 95. You 80. You're right, 80. Yeah,
Yeah, Route 80 West. Yep. It's that's where it is. About 20 minutes west of where I'm living in Edgewater.
yeah. And I
But
see that. I see that the main street is Market Street. Market Street.
yes, that's true. Market Street and the Markel Paper Company is right near where she lives.
And there's a
But
river that runs right by called the Passaic River, a river.
yes, the Passaic River is it's a large, wide, long river, not as big as the Hudson River, but it's big, and that's where there used to be a lot of industry, especially in Paterson, New Jersey, where I was born. It used to be It used to be called Silk City, where they I guess it would be textile manufacturing. They had uh, it was an industrial revolution in turn of the century uh, mecca for
Right.
the
And now
uh,
now the Republican and Democratic parties say that industry doesn't matter in America. We should all have service jobs. Okay.
well, that's because they say that because they want to keep everything outsourced for cheap labor. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be that way, but
Right. And then
um,
the labor unions don't take up for the workers because they're all in the pocket of the Democratic Party establishment. So it's a real bad thing, you know.
well, when I used to work with seafood for 10 years, I had an issue where I had to call the union delegate down. Rob, union delegate came down. He had custom made suits. He had diamond pinky ring. He had the Rolex watch. And as soon as I told him my problem, he starts. He walks away and he's telling jokes and flirting with all the girls and I heard he makes 80 grand a year. I said, I'm thinking to myself, 80 grand a year, and he's going around doing nothing, wearing expensive watches and diamond pinky rings and a nice suit. I mean, and then and then him and he tells the general manager of the market, tells him, we got to get together for a barbecue. And I'm thinking, wait a minute.
Whose side is he on?
Yeah, he's fraternizing with the enemy. It's a conflict of interest, right? If you're going over a management's house for a barbecue and you're a union delegate, how are you going to defend any of the workers that are paying dues? And instead, we're getting doo. I'm paying dues and I'm getting doo in return.
I had the same experience when I was I used to be a member of unions. I had the same experience with these corrupt gangsters. All right. Anyway,
well, let me show what I got or what I have.
Oh, well,
show what I have.
Wait. We didn't show what we had yet.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, that's right.
Now,
okay,
Jane, you don't have any ability to do the Fandango whiz bang stuff, but
I have no bells and whistles. I have no props. I have nothing but my mouth and what I brought. All I got to say is happy Festivus for the rest of us. Happy Krampus Day and a winter solstice Yule. And New Year's is coming, of course, next week. And Christmas Eve. Welcome everyone to Fandango Friday. And I hope you have a safe and enjoyable holiday. And that's all I could do.
Well, that's good. You did a good job. Now, you did a great job, actually. Now, here I am in Louisiana. You're welcome. Here I am in Louisiana. I'm only half a mile from the Mississippi River. When I lay in bed at night, I can hear the boats in the river going bonk, bonk. Strange thing, though, we had a drone flying over us while we were doing our beer reviews, and that was a very weird experience. Why was a drone flying over? Is the CIA on to me now? All right.
All beer from Moderns, man. That's why.
Nah. Get me paranoid. All right. Probably just one of those Google drones doing their mapping.
Yeah, or a weather survey or something.
Yeah.
I thought you were waiting by the levee, waiting for the Robert E. Lee. No?
I didn't have time for that today, but I would like to go ride on the Robert E. Lee. Okay. There's a boulevard in New Orleans called Robert E. Lee Boulevard, but they want to change the name because it really
naturally, right.
The people, so they want to change it from Robert E. Lee Boulevard to Allen Toussaint Boulevard because he was a famous funk music, and blues. That's really important. All right. Anyway, 2 stars eggnog is what I've got. And I couldn't understand the name 2 stars. I thought that was a strange thing. What is it worth 2 stars out of 5? So eggnog, and it is from Louisville, Kentucky. And there's no website listing. It's bottled by the Clear Springs Bottling Company of Louisville, Kentucky. Well, I did find out that is an alias for Sazerac.
Bless their hearts.
Sazerac of New Orleans. It's an eggnog made with brandy, rum, and bourbon whiskey. Obviously, one of the Sazerac bourbon whiskeys like Benchmark or Ancient Age. It's 12.5% alcohol. The bottle cost me $9.99. And I did some research and come to find out the flag of the city of Louisville, the flag for the city of Louisville contains 2 stars.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which represent the city of Louisville and the county, Jefferson County. So city and county. So there's a reason why they call it 2 stars for the flag. So now I'm going to pour it in this fancy little snifter.
Fresh from the teat.
And I spilled it. I got to go clean that up. All right. So there it is. And I'll be back. I got to get this little mess cleaned up. I made a little error there. So now BC's gonna BC. If you're not hearing from me, because I'm going to get a wet towel, but it's not a bad spill, but I got to clean it. All right.
All right. Today I've got Buffalo Trace bourbon. It's 75 proof or 75
80
APV.
proof. 80 proof.
80 proof. Okay.
40% alcohol.
Okay. And I ended up getting from Aldi's Prairie Farms eggnog. Now I've got a little jigger that or a measuring cup where it's like 1 ounce and then 1.5 ounces. And I ended up using the 1.5 ounces to make my eggnog.
That's Aldi's eggnog. Do you have the carton for the Aldi's eggnog?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's Aldi's, but it came from Aldi's. It's Prairie's
Prairie
Farm.
Farms. Oh no, that's sold at a lot of stores. I see that around.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I got it at Aldi's, so yep.
That's one of the big brands. Yeah, one of the big brands. Yeah.
So, I don't know what the percentage is after I mixed up the eggnog with the bourbon, but I'm happy with it. I enjoy it. So
Nice. Prairie Farms. Okay, they're pretty famous, you know.
been using this mixture for the last 3-4 years now. Like more like the last 4 years now. So
How's it been
I'm
working out?
it's working out real well for me. I mean, I've tried Captain Morgan Spice Rum. I really can't taste this Captain Morgan in that. And I've got a couple of other bourbons. I'm thinking about trying that just to see that. But since I've got like a bigger container already pre-mixed with the Buffalo Trace and the eggnog, I'm gonna handle that first and then go from there. So
Now we're gonna come back to you and let you showcase it. Now, would you like to tell the viewers who is the owner of Buffalo Trace Bourbon?
quite frankly, I have no idea. I know that he was saying something about being out of Kentucky, I think, but as far as the owner, but I'm guessing Cesarec.
How did you guess?
By the tone of his voice, I could tell.
Yeah, you could tell that was what you call that a lead in, right?
Yeah.
Another Sazerac brand. So can anybody say Empire? All right.
Yep.
Well,
it is family owned, and I know James likes family owned companies.
Yeah. Well, because usually they don't cut corners. But I have eggnog in the glass with Hood brand. I think it's Linfield, Massachusetts. Hood brand vanilla flavored eggnog with a generous supply of Myers rum, original dark Jamaican rum. All right, 40% alcohol by volume. It's very popular dark rum. Has been around for a long time, and I have some nutmeg that I sprinkled in the bottom. But I always put the rum and the nutmeg and/or cinnamon on the bottom. This way, as you pour the eggnog in, you have an even distribution throughout the drink. So that's what's in here, and tastes pretty damn good.
That's a famous brand of rum, and I won't, and I will not dare mention who owns it.
Oh, it was bought out by Sazerac?
Well, now that you mention it,
it was.
Yeah.
Myers. Oh, jeez. Hey, Jordy. Merry Christmas, Jordy. Scotland. Scotland's finest. Sazerac bought out Myers. How about that?
All right. We're gonna go.
Yeah, you could say Empire.
Now we're gonna go around. I can't show a website, y'all, because there is no website for this brand. But it's only sold for a few months a year, so they don't really worry about a website. You see it from October to once January comes, they're going to be having it. Well, you might get a good deal. You might get it for like 50% off because they're trying to get rid of it after January. But here it is, milky white. It'll be hard for this to beat the king of eggnog, which is, as we all know, Pennsylvania Dutch from Philadelphia. And like James mentioned, the Dutch in Pennsylvania are German. They're not Dutch. But you're not
Deutsch, and the Americans thought they were saying Dutch.
Right. So
as in Deutschland.
Deutschland, Germany. So you're not going to beat the Pennsylvania Dutch, but a lot of companies make a good effort. And let's see how Sazerac does. Cheers. All right. So the aroma is it's obviously spiced in the bottle. So when you get it, it is spiced. But the main aromas you get is eggs and milk. All right. So here we go. Now, you can't exactly sit here and say, oh, there's the rum. And now I'm picking up the brandy. And oh, here's the bourbon bringing up the rear. I don't think anybody in the world can really have that good of a taste ability. It's all blended together. So I don't think in any way in the world you're going to sit there and be able to pick up rum, brandy, and bourbon. But it's there in a blend. Is it their best brandy, rum, and bourbon? More than likely, it's brandy, rum, and bourbon that didn't make the cut, and they didn't want to dump it out. So they said, go ahead and blend it in with the eggnog. Those rubes won't know the difference. And I don't know the difference. So it's working. So cheers to Mr. and Mrs. William Goldring of New Orleans, the owners of this. His father, Bill Goldring Sr., used to own it, but he passed away and he was so old. You wonder how long the family is going to run it, though, because William Goldring and his wife are so very old. And you know what happens with these family companies? They have 5 children, 25 grandchildren, 75 great-grandchildren. And when the owners die, what happens? Everybody gets along and shares.
No, they go for each other's throats during the reading of the will.
Right. So what happens is very often these family-owned companies, when the owners die, a war breaks out, and then some vultures come along and buy it out, or they slice it up and buy it out. So it's a New Orleans-owned company at this time, but you know that could change very quickly. But whatever the case, they have a huge presence in Louisiana, of course. So they're everywhere. They have billboards everywhere. They pretty much run the show. But I'm
surprised that the Superdome was not renamed the Sazerac Dome.
I was surprised too that it was named Caesar's Casino Superdome.
Oh, they own the Superdome now? Caesar's Palace?
Well, they had the naming rights.
Oh.
So now it's the Caesar's Superdome. They made the naming. They made the contract for the naming rights, and they got rid of the robbery. I'm sorry, what?
No, they might as well have casino gambling in New Orleans because it's like a city of debauchery and what do you call it? Excess.
Well,
hedonism. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up. It's interesting that you bring that up because there is, if you walk down the street from the Superdome about a mile, there is a casino, Harrah's Casino, which is strange that Harrah's. Oh no, Caesar's bought Harrah's, so now it's Caesar's Palace Casino. So ding, 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 ding. It's a casino in New Orleans, and they have the naming rights for the Superdome. But I was thinking that Sazerac might get the bid, but they might have not bid on it. Maybe they thought, hey, the old man's getting pretty old. We don't want to sign a 10-year contract because we ain't going to be around in 10 years. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, this tastes very creamy, very creamy and eggy. And the body is, and I put some cinnamon on it, you know. It's sugary, you know, sugary sweet. It's nice. I like it. It's no Pennsylvania Dutch, but nothing is. We got those good cows up there in the Pennsylvania. But it's nice. It's nice. I like it. I would recommend it. I was reading reviews online, and most everybody liked it. I saw a video review where the people said it was too thin, and I drank it. And I said, this thing is not thin. They probably didn't put it in the fridge. You got to put eggnog in the fridge, man. Get it cold and thick.
Yeah, before it'll spoil if you leave it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, do not open it, and not if you open it, you have to refrigerate it.
Yeah.
You must. You can drink it warm, but you better drink it all. This is
Yeah.
it's a real winner. It's a real winner. I would buy 2 stars again. I'll put the score later. I would buy Benchmarks. I would buy Evan Williams. I would buy Zachariah Harris. I would buy well, actually, I would buy all of them. I haven't had one yet that was bad. The Christian Brothers was a little strange, but they're all worthwhile. Now, when you start seeing labels that say artificial flavoring and all that, you might want to steer clear, but I haven't run across those commonly. So now we're going to go to BC. So this is a winner. You know the score is going to be very high. So I'll try to do banners and put website links. Okay, so okay, there you go.
Well, I've got my Buffalo Trace and Prairie Farm eggnog, and I'm really digging it. I've been doing this on Christmas Eve for like the last 4 years. So, I mean, I'm extremely happy about this mixture that I've got, and getting some of that, I don't know, definitely a hint of bourbon, definitely some of the spice, I want to say spices from the eggnog, if there is any, and or at least eggy, like Ron was saying, definitely creamy. I mean, this smells so good, and that Buffalo Trace doesn't like overpower the thing as far as smell goes, but it just blends itself really nice all together as far as smell goes. So enough of the jibber jibber. Let's see how this bad boy tastes. Cheers.
Right.
Cheers.
Now, you get that bourbon. I want to say a heavy sting, but like a light sting from the bourbon. Then that eggnog that comes in and cools it down, and it's really nice. Eggnog's pretty thick, and you know, to me, the two just blends themselves together so nice. It's just amazing to me how well this is. And you know, the eggnog, I would drink this either way, straight eggnog or mixed up as is. Now, probably after the show, or maybe even during the show, probably try a little cinnamon and nutmeg during the show, seeing how I normally do it straight. So, but thoroughly enjoy this.
You see the website?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah, you're using a phone. It's hard. They have chocolate custard, holiday custard, eggnog, and light eggnog, made with real milk, no artificial growth hormones. Prairie Farms is from Edwardsville, Illinois, and it says Prairie Farms is owned by farmers. It's a cooperative. It's a cooperative owned by farmers.
Okay, nice.
And they are locally owned, and they have been in business since 1938. And it's more than 700 farm families throughout the Midwest. So what it is 700 farm families that got together and made a company, so to speak.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's
that's
awesome.
nice.
So,
James, you got anything to say about that? Wait, let me
Yeah.
stop sharing the screen for a minute.
Yeah.
What do you think about the family? What do you think about those families getting together and making a cooperative?
Well, if everyone is compatible in business, then you know, and there's nobody greedy or have an obsession with power. Everybody gets along. It could be done. You know, but you know, listen, if a corporation offers or ends up buying out Sazerac after the ringworms pass away, you know, as long as they stick to the traditional recipe and process of making all the products and don't try to cut corners like a lot of corporations do, then it'll be fine. It'll be fine, because if they care about quality, they have a lot more money to pump into maintaining that quality than a family-owned business. But unfortunately, how a lot of corporations are, they look to cut corners. I've seen it done in the food business, and it's unfortunate. There used to be Pollo Tropical out of Miami. They made Caribbean Latin food. A Cuban man started it. It was when it was family owned. It was fantastic. Then some corporation called the Carroll Corporation bought it out, and they started cutting corners. So it depends. But anyway, there's your Buffalo Trace.
yeah, nice.
Good comments. Good comments, James. Don't cut corners.
Yeah, I mean, you know, money can be used the right way, and with sky's the limit potential and positivity, and it can be used the negative way. You can go either way.
Now it says made from corn. Buffalo Trace is made from corn, rye, and barley malt. Age in new barrels for years, and you don't tell you how many years. Tasting notes. Rich and complex hints of vanilla, toffee, and candied fruit. The smooth finish lingers on the palate. So this is an old distillery that's been around since the 1800s. Sazerac bought it out only about 35 years ago. They made up the name Buffalo Trace because it used to be called, I think, Shenley Industries Distillery. And I don't think they thought Shenley Industries Distillery rolled off the tongue so nice, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a good sound to it.
No.
Now, let's look at something else, because this is another lead in for James. So we're going to lead it in with this. Get ready. Get ready. Just got to let it load up. So we got to go to filter. We're going to go to tags. We're going to go to rum. We're going to click on rum, and it's going to show us Young and Wolf, Black Magic, Cane Run, Parrot Bay, and oh, well, there you go.
There we are.
Myers is rum.
Myers rum. Myers. Oh, you're right. It is Myers's. Holy crap. Myers is rum, original dark. I don't know why that last XS with the apostrophe was invisible to my eyeballs for all these years. But
it fools a lot of people because the man's last name was Myers.
Yeah, Myers, and yeah, if he owns something, Myers is taking possession of something.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if you can read this print. I can read it if you can't.
It's like if you open a restaurant and there would be like Ronald Theriot's deluxe oyster house or whatever, or you know, I mean,
it'd be apostrophe S. But if your name ends in an S, then you add the, so it's Myers is. Most people don't realize that. Look, Kingston, Jamaica, 1879. Fred L. Myers began producing rum from pure Jamaican sugarcane juice. Became globally recognized and represents nearly a century and a half of Caribbean heritage and pride. Now, he was obviously a British guy because Great Britain used to own Jamaica, of course. We continued the Myers family commitment to fine rums through our careful craft process. Sugarcane juice is boiled into molasses, then carefully fermented, distilled, and matured in white oak barrels. Now, distinctive color, aroma, and taste that includes sweet caramel, tobacco, honey, and chocolate with notes of raisins and figs. Get out the violin.
Yeah, here we go.
The finish is a decadent dark chocolate with brown sugar underlying oak notes and a bit of smokiness. There's also a Myers white rum. But you got to go to the Myers website for that. Now, what is the eggnog you had? Let's try to look that up.
Oh, the company Hood. They're out of Massachusetts. HOOD. It's decadent rum. Decadent. I never seen the Myers white in any liquor store. Isn't it? But you know, I imagine. You have?
I have seen it. But I did not buy it. But yeah, it exists.
You know, talking about Myers, we've got a Myers up here in Michigan. I don't know how far out they reach, but it's essentially like a grocery store, or a store in general. Kind of like
you're talking about Myers.
Yeah, but it's spelt differently. Yeah,
Meijer.
Yeah, up here we call it Myers.
Same, different spelling.
Yeah.
Looks like Meijer when you see it.
Yeah, Meijer.
Here we go, James.
Yeah, this one is the vanilla flavored. Yeah, vanilla eggnog. It says limited edition. Yeah, right, limited edition. Yeah, that's why they come out with it every year. Vanilla eggnog by Hood. Yeah, I believe it's a Massachusetts based company. I don't have my magnifying glass, so I try my best to read things. But golden eggnog, what is that? Like extra yolk? Extra. That ain't no yolk either. We're not yoking around with this show. Oh, it's got to be there. One of them blue. One of the blue ones. There you go. What is it? Linfield, Mass or something? I'm trying to read this.
Yeah, I can read it for you. It says, the holiday season just got a little sweeter. with Hood vanilla eggnog. We add pure vanilla extract to our classic blend of fresh milk, cream, and special spices to create a most delicious holiday treat. Enjoy its creamy vanilla flavor by the glass, poured in your morning coffee for a festive twist, or wow all the guests at your next holiday party by adding it to any seasonal recipe. It's only sold in quarts.
Now, if they're recommending that you can use it for coffee, then why is it a seasonal item? Why not sell it all year round? Interesting. Interesting.
I don't
Like
know. Let's see the history of the company. Well, let's look at.
yeah, instead of using a coffee creamer that is around, is available all year round, they can use this.
I agree. Okay, so they're saying it was started by a guy named Harvey Hood. Harvey Hood in 1846.
Oh, Harvey Hood.
1846, and
Wow.
That's
yeah,
like
look at the
before the
little
Civil
calf.
War, right?
Right. 15 years before.
Yeah. How about that? How about that?
So
Harvey, good old
family owned dairy.
Harvey Hood, good family-owned dairy. People are calling me now.
Don't they know by, psychic intuition that I'm on a live show? Now, I had to excuse myself before because I really needed to put ice cubes in this eggnog. Ronald mentioned it has to be ice cold. It has to be. And I tasted the Myers rum by throwing back a few capfuls of this so I could taste it separate from the eggnog. And it's very smooth. I could taste the molasses, but not as prominent and strong as, let's say, a Kraken rum or a Cruzan Blackstrap. Not as sweet and thick, but you could taste it. But it's a really good smooth rum.
Yeah,
I
picked up a lot of wood with it when I drank it.
Yeah, it was different. It was different than, let's say, the heavy duty molasses rums like the Kraken and the Cruzan Blackstrap. I do pick up a hint of wood. And I don't know if they use charred barrels or not, but perhaps it's I don't know. I don't know how long they age it compared to, let's say, the heavy rums like the Kraken. But
well, it might say on the website. If I look up the website, I'd have to check.
But it's a richer sugarcane or molasses flavor than Bacardi Black. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Bacardi Black, but this is like a tad bit stronger in the molasses aroma and flavor. But it's good. It's been around for a long time. It obviously won some awards,
Yeah, it has won many awards.
It's got the medallions on top. Now, as far as the Hood eggnog, it's delicious. I mean, and together, I will give this a very high rating. It is very very pleasant to drink. Really. I mean, plus with the nutmeg and cinnamon I put in here, it's like having a glorified milkshake kicked up a couple notches.
You want Spinal Tap?
Oh yeah, that's the Spinal Tap.
Yeah. Okay.
Outstanding flavor. The Hood eggnog is not overly sweet, and the good thing is it's not heavily spiced either. Kind of like a homemade pumpkin pie, where you don't have the clove, the spice clove overwhelming it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you can really taste egg and cream. Yeah, the problem with a lot of these holiday spiced foods and drinks is that the spices they use, the blend they use, has clove and cinnamon and nutmeg, but too much clove, which is as a burning sensation. But cinnamon, it's very mild on the spices, which I like, and it brings out the dairy and egg flavor more. Now with this, it's a great eggnog. That's all I have to say. But it must be ice cold. I mean, if
Right,
I was,
right, right.
if I was at home, honestly, I would use a glass like I usually use, for the beer. Put it in the freezer for 20 minutes. Get it about maybe 15 or 25% frosty frozen. Get it really super ice cold, and then drink it. That would be the ideal. But my sister has a ice cube machine in her freezer, so it's next best thing. So I went and I just had to chill it. But just like with the liqueurs, it has to be super cold.
If you drink this at room temperature, you are making a disastrous decision.
Oh, terrible! Well, not only the eggnog, any liqueur at room temperatures is terrible.
Yeah.
That's why I saved a glass jar, a small glass jar that I have in my freezer back home that I'm going to use to pour the airline bottle of liqueur into it and keep it in the freezer more than a day, and just show the bottle, the empty bottle, but have the liqueur in the glass jar. Because some of those, I hate to say it, but these companies, I like to make a complaint right now, is some of these companies that put out plastic bottles like this one. Shame on you, Sazerac, for using a plastic bottle. Okay, you cannot freeze them because a toxic chemical is leached out of the plastic into the beverage.
You're right. Well,
Yeah.
now if you get the liter bottle, I bought a liter bottle and it is glass.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. The one, it's got like a little handle on the side.
No, that's the
Yeah.
handle, and that's I'm not sure but the liter is like round and it's glass, but the 750 is plastic. Right, is plastic.
Yeah, this is this obviously is a smaller one. Yeah, this one's plastic, but it's like with a lot of the bottled water. The plastic is so thin and fragile, you can crush it with 2 fingers. I mean, it's like that's an example of cutting corners. But anyway, hey, how's everybody doing this holiday? So that's it. I'm going to give it a high score.
Okay.
And I might as well give it a score right now. I would say.
You can wait.
Oh, okay.
They're arguing about World War II right now on the chat. So
World War II. I think it's the only war. Not the only war. The last war where the United States was actually in danger of invasion.
I don't agree with that, but we'll talk about that some other time. But anyway, yeah, the Germans did help destroy the Ottoman Empire. All right, now I'm going to show a screen share real quickly. Real quickly. Then we'll give our scores. Here's the Myers' rum website. They're showing the plastic bottle. They don't have any shame.
Ganja. They have a ganja flavored Jamaican rum.
The history is Fred Myers. They're showing some guy with the rum barrels. The Myers family specialized, you know, blah, blah, blah. But now it's the Gold Ring family. Pure Jamaican molasses, continuous in pot still distillation, matured in white oak, carefully blended, making for a very distinctive color, aroma, and flavorful taste. There's the people partying in the hedonistic New Orleans.
White oak is very popular in the South. I hear the white oak tree.
We get a lot of water oak and swamp oak around here, and live oak. You know, live oak, where the branches go into the ground and make roots.
Oh yeah, like the cypress trees, right?
Well, cypress trees have knees that grow up all around them. Knees that'll be
Yeah,
sharp.
they like the swamps.
Yeah, and they're sharp like needles. Scientists don't know why cypress trees make knees. There's theories about them. But if you're walking and you fall and you hit your head on a cypress needle, you're dead.
Oh, wow.
It's like an axe. It'll go through your head.
So you're getting impaled, pretty much.
Oh yes. So they're very dangerous. These cypress I got cypress trees close to my house, and you got to watch when you're walking because it's like walking through swords. They're very sharp. They're not all sharp. Some are rounded, but some are sharp as hell.
Do you have Spanish moss on branches in Louisiana?
Everywhere, yes.
Spanish moss, yeah. They're epiphytes. They don't have roots that require soil. They could be, you know, hanging on branches.
Yeah, they use the Spanish moss to stuff pillowcases.
Well,
Nice.
I don't think it's my pillow, but it could be your pillow. I don't know.
Yeah, pillowcases and sofa couch cushion.
Hey, listen. When I was in the house of the Seven Gables in Salem, Massachusetts, you know what the mattresses were? It was straw.
Yeah.
Those were the mattresses back then.
Yeah, Volkswagen Beetles used to use straw to stuff their seats. I had a 1974 Volkswagen Beetle, and every now and then a piece of straw would come out the seat. Anyway, and when you sat down on the seat, it would crunch like straw, like
Yeah, like a Rice Krispie sound. Yeah.
Yeah. On the lighter side, platinum white. See this website?
There you go. Larry, there you go. Platinum white, good for mixed drinks. Pina coladas.
And they say it's filtered to remove color. Filtered to remove color and smoothen the taste. So it has color, but they filtered to take the color out. I'd like to try it. I should have bought it when I saw a dog on it.
So it would remove the molasses flavor pretty much and aroma.
And the shemp glasses.
And the shemp.
All right.
And the Coily, Jerome Coily.
Right. Now I'm gonna go back to the comments, y'all. Don't worry. We got people commenting left and right fast as I can post them.
I know. Well, they're devoted to Ronald Theriault Production Incorporated and Fandango Friday. They told their family, say, look, Christmas Eve, you're gonna have to wait because Fandango Friday is live.
Right. You're right. And I'm waiting to get bought out. Now,
why somebody could actually grease your palm for the right price?
Everybody got a price. Bill Goldwyn. All right.
Jeffrey Basil.
Well, but unfortunately, once the buyout happens, this will become Sazerac Friday. But anyway,
and everything would be made with Sazerac.
It would definitely be that. All right, so I'm gonna give this a high score. I'm gonna put it in the banners. I'm gonna score this a 94 out of 100. It's a good rum. It's no Buffalo. It's no Pennsylvania Dutch, but that's the unbeatable king of eggnogs. But it's still really nice, and I would recommend it. So one more thing, Dawn Busters tomorrow morning. We got more Actually rum tomorrow morning, rum. Um, and that's coming up. And then what the hell? Oh, look what happened.
Oh, the little Dickel, bless his heart, the little Dickel.
You can see the frost is melting off the side of it.
Merry Christmas, little George Dickel. Merry Christmas.
In the freezer, and it's in collaboration with a company, a family-owned company called McElhenney, and McElhenney made
Tabasco.
Since
Avery Island. Avery Island.
Which I visited when I was a 1-year-old, and I don't remember it. But so you know how sometimes you want to drink whiskey mixed with Tabasco? Well, actually, I never do want to do that. But my friend David gave me this. Thank you, David. Or curse you, David, because now I got to drink it all. But I've got to blend it with the leftover eggnog. So anyway.
David is the gentleman that says, "Don't call me next time, just buy it."
Right. He's told me that twice. He said, "Why are you?" He said, "Just buy it. I'm going to pay you back." Because they had one incident one time when we went back to get it and it was gone. All right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It smells like if you ever drink or use Tabasco sauce, Tabasco is very distinct. Like no other sauce tastes like it. So it's except for Louisiana brand, which that's another story because that was an employee that got fired from Sazerac. So he had the recipe in his mind. So he went and mimicked it. But Tabasco is distinct. It has a strong vinegar flavor. This smells like that. If you let Tabasco dry, it'll become crystallized like sugar.
Well, Tabasco is also aged in oak barrels.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. And this is very spicy. And their Tabasco peppers come from the Yucatan Peninsula, which is directly south of Louisiana. You can get on a plane and fly there in a few hours. But those ships go back and forth between Merida, Mexico, and New Orleans.
Yeah, I've been there. Cozumel, Cancun, Chichen Itza, Tulum. The whole Yucatan Peninsula area.
Yeah, it's flat. It's full of sugar cane.
Yeah,
and so those ships go back and forth. So this is really nice, but it's got nothing to do with this taste challenge. I mean, this Fandango Friday hangout, but it's very good. If you ever want to get the George Dickel Tabasco, I'd recommend it. It's spicing me up. But now we're gonna let heat me up. We're gonna let BC give his comment. I'm gonna try to give his score. I'm gonna try to update the comments there. All right.
Yeah. Well, as far as mine goes, I'm gonna have to give mine a 96.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was thinking 98, but I want to give myself a little playroom in case I come across something that I like a lot more. So, now are we doing shout outs now, or are we?
Sure, why not? Yeah, you better. Yeah, we're getting long on time, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was debating about doing my show tomorrow, but I recorded it today for tomorrow. So we'll be getting a Christmas Day video out of me for tomorrow. All I gotta do is edit it and put it up. As far as other things go, as far as I can tell, me and James are still on for Sunday for the Keto Kings Barbecue Beer and Banter Show, which I can only probably stay for about an hour because I got to go over to my sister's house afterwards.
Yeah, well, if you're going to be around, let's do it the Sunday after New Year's Day.
Okay, yeah.
Let's do it that way, and then Jason Cleveland will be back on the 9th, January 9th.
So you're saying do it on January 2nd?
Yeah, yeah, because if he's got a family event to go to, we'll just do it the following Sunday, January 2nd.
Okay, so we'll be doing the show next week.
Yeah, we'll do it next Sunday. Yeah.
Sound like a good compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, that's pretty much it out of me for this week. As far as shout outs or shows go.
Okay.
Besides this one, but hey.
We got a Stout Sunday morning on John and Lily's channel, but most people are asleep and not drinking stout in the morning.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
have
they
any more.
could.
Well, I've got stouts, but I've already drank them on Stout Sunday already.
I'm not defending. I am not defending drinking stout at 10:30 in the morning. Okay. And in my
Well,
case, it's 9:30. And in my case, it's 9:30.
they can always pour a few raw eggs in there and do like Rocky did in the movie and have an instant stout breakfast. I mean,
It's true.
at that hour. But anyway, my shout out is pretty much done already because I just did it with BC. Sunday, January the 2nd, I'll be doing the open topic show. You know, barbecue, beer and barbecue banter. You know, whoever comes on the show. So, quite often, Eric Fraunfelter comes on. Thomas Meadow 75. Last week, Michael Hilton came on for a bit, and we were happy to have him. And you know, Jason will be back, and you know, because he's like the king of screen shares. He retrieves information on Google really fast, and we have a lot of heavy duty topics to expose when he returns January 9th.
If I wasn't so caught up in watching those football highlights, I would join. You know.
Oh yeah, well that'd be great because you know we like to really sink our piranha teeth into deep subjects, and but anyway, overall, because there are better rums, and because there's something called homemade eggnog, I'm going to give this a humble 98% out of 100 score.
Wow.
Oh, what?
98% out of 100.
Oh.
But I'm not going to give it anything higher because, like I said, there are better rums, there are better eggnogs, like homemade eggnogs. So, but it's good. It's a good score.
So you would recommend the Myers's.
I would recommend the Myers's, but with a really good quality eggnog.
Yeah.
You can put many rums in such an eggnog, but make sure that eggnog is super frosty, icy cold. That's all I need. That's all I have to say.
You got that right.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. And those two big Maryland crab cakes sure hit the spot tonight. And I hope everybody has a good holiday. Tomorrow, my sister and significant other are making homemade sauce. She already made two big deep dish lasagnas. They're gonna make the meatballs, braciole, and lasagna is gonna be quite good also for tomorrow.
Oh,
so that's the holiday plan for this holiday, and then I return home, I believe, on Sunday. So that's it. That's it. Merry Christmas to everyone, and I know Krampus would have his work cut out for him because when you drive on the highway during the holidays, there's a lot of people that should not be driving.
No,
I mean, there's crazy people out there, and Krampus would have a lot of people to torture.
What about Tiny Tim?
Tiptoe through the tulips?
Wasn't Tiny?
Oh no! That was a Christmas. That was a Charles Dickens Christmas Carol. God bless us all, everyone.
Right, Tiny Tim.
I thought you were talking about ukulele.
Not that thing that used to.
You don't have his album, do you? By the way, no.
No, I have good taste. That thing that was on the Tonight Show.
Oh, when he threw himself on the floor and started and started doing like convulsions, convulsive. You know, he started spinning around like Curly from the Three Stooges.
Didn't the modern Tiny Tim marry Miss? He got married on the Tonight Show. He married Miss
Vicky.
Miss Vicky.
Yeah, but they slept in separate bedrooms, him and Miss Vicky. And oh, you know what made him throw himself on the floor in front of Johnny Carson, who shook his head with his big fat belly hanging out? It was If You Think I'm Sexy, Come On, you know, what's this? Rod Stewart, right?
Yeah, Rod Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah, he played that song after he did his ukulele, and then he threw himself on the floor. He was a weird guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wrote a Christmas song called "Santa Has the AIDS Virus This Year."
Shit.
You know, but anyway, he's deceased, so I don't, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, God bless us all everywhere.
Right. Oh boy, you never know what you're gonna hear on Fandango Friday, folks.
Yeah, right.
Now, old Fezziwig. Speaking of Ebenezer Scrooge, old Fezziwig seemed like a real likable boss to have. You know, he was very, very festive, very, very happy and generous. And Samuel Adams, I remember having their old Fezziwig.
Right. They brought it back. They brought it back this. They brought it back this year.
Yeah, it was a Christmas sale of some sort, right?
Yeah, the Christmas spiced ale. King of the Dots, Gary says Tiptoe came out when Harper Valley was out.
Harper Valley PTA.
Yeah. Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim recorded an excellent Christmas medley. Highly recommended. Oh yeah, I'll skip it. All right. Anyway, y'all, thanks for joining. We over here live coast to coast. Anyway,
Coast to coast, we're intergalactic. Are you kidding me?
Like that. What is that? That Beastie Boys, Intergalactic Planetary. Yeah.
Intergalactic.
I drank my sugar with coffee and cream. All right. Anyway, well, thanks, BC's Beer Reviews, OBC's Beer Reviews, for joining us, and thanks James P. Madonna with Progressive Discussions. I'm in Louisiana Beer Reviews. Yep, Myers is. I drank my whole bottle. I'll be back tomorrow morning with rums from the Caribbean, and y'all take care now and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But we'll be back on New Year's Eve with bubbly wine, champagne wine. But I might be alone. I might be by myself. You know, might be alone.
Tiny bubbles in the wine makes me feel happy. That was Don Ho, right? Makes me feel fine.
Right. But I might be doing that one alone. Most people got stuff to do. But anyway, y'all take care now.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, BC. Well, you take care now.
All right, you too, Ron. I'll probably see you when you do your thing tomorrow morning. More than likely.
I'll be up early for then I'm gonna go to church at 8:30. But yeah,
Okay.
I'll be up there for dawn buses. Y'all take care now.
All right.